More. What if our attracting success with the law of attraction begins not with chasing outcomes, but with becoming the kind of person success is drawn to? More. Imagine for a moment that success is not a destination but a companion that walks with those who walk in alignment. More alignment is when your inner world, your beliefs, motives, and habits agrees with a higher design. When your identity rests in that design, more you stop begging life to bless you and start carrying the kind of presence life can't ignore. More attraction starts in the heart before it shows up in the calendar. Many try to pull success with effort alone. More, yet effort without inner agreement breeds exhaustion. You were crafted with purpose. When you agree with that purpose, more your thinking becomes fruitful ground. Thoughts become the seedbed of results. If you entertain thoughts of lack, fear, and smallness, more you are planting thorns where you expect roses. Decide today that your mind is a garden, not a dumping ground. Guard it, nurture it. Speak life. More, because your tongue is a rudder. It turns ships long before the shoreline appears. Gratitude is the magnet that changes the metal of your circumstances. More, when you give thanks for what is in your hand, you prove you are ready for what is not yet in your hand. More, gratitude heals the lens through which you see opportunities. Suddenly, what looked ordinary glows with assignment. Contentment is not resignation. More, it is steady joy while you build. From that posture, you make clearer decisions, hear wiser ideas, and carry a presence that others want to partner with. But attraction is not passive. Faith is a verb. You cannot pray for harvest and refuse to plant. Excellence is how you plant in every field. Emails, more meetings, workouts, rest, finances. Do ordinary tasks with unusual care and doors will remember your name. Show up on time. Deliver what you promised. More make it easy to trust you. When you practice excellence in private, favor introduces you in public. Opportunity loves prepared rooms. More generosity turns your life into a river instead of a reservoir. A reservoir hoards and grows stagnant. A river flows and stays fresh. More, serve someone else's vision, and your own will find acceleration. Share knowledge without fear, encourage consistently, and invest where you are fed. More, the world is designed so that what you release finds its way back multiplied. When you care about people more than transactions, more you attract relationships that carry solutions money cannot buy. Of course, there will be testing seasons. The soil of success is not only sunlight, more it is also pruning. Pruning feels like loss, yet it is strategic removal for greater fruit. When plans delay, more, do not accuse the process. Strengthen your roots. Keep showing up. Keep refining your craft. Keep your heart soft. More, endurance enlarges your capacity so you can carry the weight of what you're asking for. Many want a platform. More, few build the character required to stand on it. Let perseverance make you sturdy. More, build simple daily rhythms that train your attention toward what you want to attract. Begin with a moment of stillness. More, remembering who you are and whose design you carry. Write what you are building in clear language. Envision the room, the people, the service you offer. More, and the change it brings. Speak life over your day without performance or pretense. Take one bold action that stretches your comfort. More, review your progress at night with gratitude and truth. These small hinges swing big doors. Surround yourself with a community that echoes your calling. More, not your doubts. Isolation distorts wise voices aligned. Find mentors who model the outcomes you seek, and become a mentor to those a step behind you. More, the law of attraction thrives in an ecosystem of shared growth, because iron sharpens iron and momentum becomes contagious. More, identity precedes attraction because who you are always determines what you draw into your life. Success is not stumbled upon by accident. More, it is attracted by alignment. If your inner life is filled with confusion, fear, and doubt, then even if opportunities appear, more, they will slip through your fingers. But when your heart and mind are in agreement with your higher calling, more, success becomes less of a chase and more of a magnet. You don't have to strain endlessly to pull things toward you. Instead, more, you become the kind of vessel that naturally receives what is meant for you. This is the essence of the law of attraction. You are not chasing blessings more, but preparing yourself so fully that blessings cannot overlook you. Think of it this way: if you pour clean water into a dirty cup, the water will not stay pure. In the same way, if success pours into a life that is unprepared or misaligned, it cannot last. Identity is the cup. Who you believe you are, how you speak about yourself, how you carry yourself in quiet moments. These are the foundations that either attract or repel the very things you're asking for. Too often, people try to manifest a future that their present self is not yet ready to handle. They pray for abundance while living with scarcity in their words. They envision leadership while refusing responsibility in the small areas. They dream of influence but live with habits that contradict the weight of that influence. To truly attract success, you must first become success within. Identity is not built overnight, but it is built daily. Every choice is a brick, every thought a nail, every action a stroke of paint. Ask yourself, am I building the kind of house success would want to dwell in? This is not about perfection, but about alignment. It means walking in integrity when no one is watching, choosing to discipline your mind instead of allowing negativity to dominate, and nurturing hope where despair used to live. It means believing that you are not a victim of life's currents, but a co-creator of your destiny. Your identity is not what others say you are, it is what you consistently choose to embody. Once you embrace this truth, something begins to shift. Opportunities that once passed you by begin to notice you. People begin to respond differently to your presence. Not because life has changed, but because you have. When your identity carries clarity, confidence, and purpose, it sends out a signal that others cannot ignore. This is why identity always comes before attraction, because the universe, by divine design, responds to essence before it responds to effort. So the first step in attracting success is not asking, what do I want? But asking, who must I become to receive what I want? When you answer that with honesty and courage, you begin the work of transforming yourself into a living magnet for what is already waiting for you. Success will not chase you down, but when your identity reflects the greatness you were created for, success will find you, recognize you, and stay with you. And in that moment, you will realize that it was never about trying harder, but about becoming truer to who you are meant to be. Thoughts and words are not simply fleeting expressions, they are seeds planted in the soil of your destiny. Every word you speak carries weight, and every thought you allow to linger in your mind becomes a blueprint for your future. The law of attraction is not magic, it is a spiritual principle. Whatever you sow in thought and language eventually grows into the reality you walk in. Just as a farmer cannot expect wheat if he plants thorns, you cannot expect abundance if you consistently speak lack, fear, and failure over your life. Your mind is fertile ground, and it does not discriminate. It will grow whatever you plant, whether good or harmful. That is why guarding your thoughts and shaping your words is not optional. If you desire success, it is essential. When you wake up in the morning, your first thoughts are the first seeds you cast. If you rise with complaints murmuring about how hard life is, or how unfair your circumstances are, you have already planted weeds in your field for that day. But if you rise with gratitude, with an expectation that good is possible, and you begin to declare life over yourself, you plant seeds of growth and possibility. This is why discipline in thought and speech is one of the most powerful practices you can ever cultivate. It is not enough to occasionally say positive things while harboring negative patterns of belief deep inside. Your inner meditations must align with your outer declarations, because a divided seed cannot grow into a healthy tree. Words are spiritual containers. They carry either life or death, possibility or limitation. Think of the times you have spoken words like, I can't, I'll never, or this is impossible. Without realizing it, you placed invisible chains on your potential. You spoke ceilings into existence. But when you say, more, I will find a way, I am capable, or I am being prepared for something greater, you release yourself into a reality where success is possible. More, your words travel ahead of you, preparing the environment to match what you declared. More. That is why people who constantly speak hope seem to stumble into open doors. They prepared those doors with their language long before they arrived. More thoughts, too, must be trained. An unguarded mind is like an untended garden, soon overrun by weeds of fear, doubt, and negativity. More, you must choose what you allow to take root. Not every thought deserves meditation. When ideas of failure or rejection come, more, you must cast them aside and replace them with the truth of who you are becoming. Repetition is key. More. What you meditate on consistently becomes the belief system that shapes your choices. If you continually think you are not enough, more, you will shrink from opportunities even when they are in front of you. But if you train your mind to think in alignment with success, more, you will step boldly into places you once thought were beyond you. Over time, your words and thoughts create an atmosphere around you. People can sense it. They may not know why they feel drawn to you, but they feel the energy of expectancy you carry. Employers see potential, partners see reliability, more, and friends feel uplifted in your presence. This is not accidental. It is the harvest of seeds you've been planting day by day. More. It is impossible to live a life of defeat if your mind and mouth are constantly releasing victory. Just as surely, more, it is impossible to live a life of fulfillment if your daily language is soaked in complaint and despair. So ask yourself, more, what kind of harvest am I preparing? Each day you plant, whether you realize it or not. Begin to plant intentionally. Speak abundance, possibility, more, and excellence into your life. Think thoughts of growth, strength, and clarity. With time, more, you will see that the soil of your destiny is faithful. It will always return to you the fruit of the seeds you sow. More. The question is not whether you are planting, but what you are planting. And the answer to that question will determine the future you attract. More, gratitude and contentment are two of the most powerful forces in attracting success, yet they are often overlooked. Many people believe that success will bring them gratitude, but in reality, gratitude brings success. More. When you practice thanksgiving for what you already have, you are aligning your heart with abundance rather than lack. More, it is easy to focus on what is missing, to complain about what you don't yet see, but that mindset only blocks the flow of opportunities. Gratitude, more, on the other hand, turns your attention toward the blessings already present, no matter how small, and in doing so, it multiplies them. More, a thankful heart is like fertile ground that produces more fruit, while an ungrateful heart is like dry soil that repels rain. More. Think about the times you have met someone who radiates gratitude. They may not have had the largest bank account or the most impressive title. More. But their joy and contentment made them magnetic. People are drawn to those who appreciate life because gratitude shifts energy. More. It transforms how you carry yourself, how you speak, and how you interact with others. When you carry gratitude, doors seem to open more easily. More. People are more inclined to help, and opportunities seem to appear where none existed. More. This is not coincidence. It is the natural law of attraction at work. Gratitude sends a signal into the atmosphere that says, more, I am ready for more because I value what I have. Contentment, too, is a key that unlocks favor. Contentment is not settling for less, more, nor is it laziness. It is the ability to live with joy and peace in the present while still reaching for greater. Many miss this balance. They either chase success so hard that they never enjoy the moment, or they resign themselves to mediocrity and call it contentment. True contentment is different. It means you can look at your current season, no matter how challenging, and find something to rejoice in. It means you are not enslaved to the constant comparison with others, but rather you are steady in your own journey. From that posture you make better decisions, because you are not blinded by envy or desperation. More, when you combine gratitude with contentment, you create an unstoppable magnet for success. Gratitude keeps your heart open, more, and contentment keeps your spirit calm. Together, they free you from the restless striving that drains so many people. More, success is not attracted to desperation, it is attracted to steadiness. When you are grateful and content, you radiate peace, and peace attracts people, more ideas and opportunities that align with your destiny. In this state, more, you begin to notice chances for growth that you previously overlooked because your mind was clouded with complaints. Gratitude sharpens your vision, more, helping you see possibilities in the ordinary. Someone may see a simple job as unimportant, while another person, operating in gratitude, more, sees it as training ground for future promotion. The difference is perspective. When you are thankful, you treat every opportunity with care, more, and life responds by entrusting you with more. Gratitude elevates even small assignments into platforms for growth, more, while ingratitude shrinks even great blessings into burdens. Contentment also protects you during waiting seasons. Success does not always arrive instantly, more, sometimes it unfolds gradually. In those times, contentment is the anchor that keeps you steady. More, instead of being tossed around by impatience or frustration, you remain at peace, knowing that your season is coming. More, that calmness allows you to continue growing, serving, and preparing without being distracted by worry. And when the moment of opportunity arrives, more, you step into it with clarity, not exhaustion. Gratitude and contentment are spiritual postures that declare trust. They say, more, believe that my life is unfolding according to a greater design, and I will honor the present as I wait for the future. This kind of trust draws more blessings because it proves that you are ready to handle them. More, success is not given to those who despise the small beginnings, but to those who honor them. If you want more, start by being truly grateful for what you already have and content in the season you are in. More, that inner peace will prepare the ground for greater abundance, and soon you will discover that success is drawn to you, not because you chased it, more, but because you lived with a grateful and content heart. Excellence in small things is one of the most overlooked keys to attracting success. More, yet it is the very foundation on which greater doors are built. Many people wait for the big break or the perfect opportunity to show their worth, more, forgetting that the big opportunities are often reserved for those who have proven themselves in the little things. The way you handle the small, more, unseen tasks in your daily life reveals whether you are ready to carry the weight of larger responsibilities. Excellence is not about perfection. More, it is about intentionality, care, and consistency in whatever you do, no matter how small it seems. When you wash the dishes, organize your desk, more, respond to an email, or prepare for a meeting, you are sowing seeds into your future. It is easy to dismiss these moments as insignificant, more, but success is built on these very details. If you cannot manage the routine with excellence, how can you expect to handle the extraordinary? More, excellence trains your spirit and disciplines your habits, creating a lifestyle that attracts bigger opportunities. More, those who take shortcuts in the small things will always struggle when greater responsibility arrives. More, because they have not built the character or the discipline to sustain it. Excellence also sends a message about your identity. It declares, more, I am trustworthy, I am diligent, and I am prepared. When you consistently operate in excellence, people begin to recognize you as someone reliable. More, trust is one of the most powerful magnets for success, because no one wants to invest in, partner with, or promote someone who is careless. More, whether in business, relationships, or personal growth, trustworthiness is what opens doors and keeps them open. More, and trust is earned not in dramatic moments, but in quiet faithfulness to the tasks at hand. More, another truth about excellence is that it separates you from the crowd. Most people operate in mediocrity because mediocrity is easy and common. More, but when you go the extra mile, when you deliver more than expected, when you arrive on time and prepared, More, when you put heart into work that others dismiss, you stand out. Excellence is magnetic because it is rare. More, it positions you as someone who deserves attention, respect, and opportunity. This is how larger assignments and meaningful partnerships are attracted. More, not by loud self-promotion, but by quiet, consistent excellence that speaks louder than words. Excellence in small things also trains your character. More, it builds humility, patience, and persistence. It requires you to do what is right even when no one is watching. More, and that hidden discipline prepares you for the moments when all eyes are on you. Without that preparation, more, success can become a weight you are not ready to carry. But with the discipline of excellence, more, you develop strength that makes you unshakable when larger responsibilities arrive. In this way, excellence is not only about impressing others. More, it is about shaping yourself into the person who can handle success with grace. More, it's important to understand that excellence is not about being noticed immediately. It may feel invisible at first. You may serve faithfully. More, give your best and see little recognition. But the seeds of excellence never go to waste. They build momentum and prepare a harvest that will eventually be undeniable. Life has a way of rewarding those who are consistent. More, even when it seems no one is paying attention. Excellence is an investment. The return may not be immediate, but it will be lasting. More, excellence is a reflection of how much you value what you've been given. When you treat small tasks with honor, more, you prove that you are ready for greater assignments. Success is not attracted to carelessness, but to stewardship. When you steward the little with care, more you attract the much. So instead of waiting for the big moment, embrace excellence where you are right now. Pour your heart into the details, more, the daily routines, and the unseen corners of your life. Because it is in those very moments that you are shaping the person success will be drawn to. More. And when the greater doors open, you will already be ready to walk through them. More, generosity and service are like currents of energy that flow outward and return with multiplied force. Too often, more, people think that holding tightly to what they have will secure their future, but in reality, hoarding creates stagnation, while giving creates movement. Life was designed to flow: resources, wisdom, encouragement, opportunities. When you open your hand to give more, you set in motion a divine law that ensures what you release comes back in greater measure. Success is not simply the result of ambition. More, it is the fruit of alignment with these higher principles. And one of the greatest of these principles is generosity. Generosity is not only about money. More, though money is one form, it is about attitude, spirit, and action. It means giving your time with sincerity, your words with encouragement, more, your knowledge with humility, and your resources with trust. When you live generously, you stop seeing life as a competition for limited supply. Instead, more, you operate from abundance, believing there is enough for everyone. This mindset removes fear, which is one of the greatest barriers to attracting success. More, fear says, if I give, I'll have less. Faith says, if I give more, I'll create space for more. That is why people who give freely seem to live with open doors and continuous opportunities. They have tapped into the flow of life that never runs dry. More, service works hand in hand with generosity. Serving others shifts your focus from self-centered ambition to purpose-driven living. More, when you help someone else succeed, you are not diminishing your own path, you are strengthening it. Service positions you as valuable, dependable, more, and trustworthy. In any field, those who serve others rise because service creates influence. True leadership is not about power, more, but about the willingness to serve. And when you become a person of service, more, success is naturally drawn to you because you embody the qualities that every organization, community, or relationship longs for. Think about it. More, the people remembered throughout history are those who gave something significant to others: ideas, inventions, acts of kindness, sacrifices, or vision. More, their lives were rivers, not reservoirs. A reservoir holds water, but it eventually grows stale. A river flows, nourishing everything in its path, more, and in turn, it stays fresh. In the same way, your life becomes richer the more you allow what you have to flow outward. More, generosity refreshes you even as it refreshes others. Service fulfills you even as it uplifts those around you. More, this cycle creates a gravitational pull for success because it aligns with the very fabric of creation. Generosity also builds relationships. More, and relationships are often the true currency of success. When you give without expecting in return, you create trust. Trust grows into loyalty, more, and loyalty evolves into partnerships that can carry you further than money ever could. More, many breakthroughs in life are not the result of talent alone, but of relationships nurtured through generosity and service. More, the open hand that gives also receives open hands in return. Some may argue that generosity leaves you vulnerable to being taken advantage of. More, but here is the truth: even if some do misuse your kindness, the flow of life cannot be stopped. What you release will still come back. More, though it may not come through the same channel. The law is bigger than individual outcomes. Your responsibility is to keep the current moving. More, those who take selfishly without giving eventually find themselves empty, while those who give consistently find themselves sustained. More, generosity and service also protect you from the arrogance that success can sometimes bring. They keep your heart soft, your perspective humble, more, and your spirit anchored. Success without generosity breeds pride and isolation. Success with generosity breeds fulfillment and legacy. More. True abundance is measured not by how much you keep, but by how much you give. So if you want to attract lasting success, start by asking, more, where can I give today? Who can I serve? Even small acts, sharing wisdom, offering encouragement. More, giving your time, create ripples that return in waves. The world is designed to reward the open hand and the serving heart. As you step into this flow, more, you will discover that your generosity not only multiplies what you have but also shapes you into the kind of person success cannot resist finding. More, perseverance through testing seasons is one of the greatest indicators that you are ready to carry true success. Many desire success quickly, more, without resistance, without delay, and without hardship. More, but life is designed in such a way that before you receive the fullness of what you're asking for, you are tested, refined, and stretched. More, these testing seasons are not punishments, they are preparations. They shape your character, strengthen your faith, more, and enlarge your capacity so that when the blessings come, you can hold them without breaking. Without perseverance, more, even the greatest opportunities can be lost, because endurance is what ensures stability when the weight of success arrives. More, testing seasons reveal what is inside you. Just as fire reveals the quality of gold, challenges reveal the quality of your inner life. More, when things don't go according to plan, when doors close unexpectedly, when people disappoint you, more, your reaction shows whether your foundation is shallow or deep. Perseverance teaches you not to quit at the first sign of difficulty, but to dig deeper, more, to lean into faith, and to keep moving forward even when progress feels invisible. This inner strength becomes a magnet for success. More, because success requires stability. The bigger the blessing, the stronger the vessel must be. Delays, setbacks, more, and resistance are often signs that you are being prepared for something greater than you can currently see. Instead of interpreting them as rejection, more, learn to see them as training. The tree that takes longer to grow its roots is the one that stands strongest in the storm. In the same way, more, your perseverance is building roots beneath the surface. While others may sprout quickly but wither under pressure, more, your endurance ensures that when success arrives, it will last. Perseverance shifts your focus from short-term gratification to long-term impact. More, teaching you patience, discipline, and resilience, qualities that are non-negotiable for lasting success. In these seasons of testing, more, your perspective is everything. If you see the challenge as an obstacle, you will grow weary and give up. But if you see it as a refining process, more, you will embrace it as part of your journey. Success is not just about arriving at the destination. More, it is about becoming the person who is capable of living at that level. Every trial is shaping you into that person. More, perseverance teaches you to keep your vision alive, even when the evidence around you says otherwise. More, it teaches you to trust the process when you cannot yet see the outcome. Perseverance also builds credibility. People are drawn to those who don't quit. More, who stand firm in the face of difficulty. Your endurance inspires others and it earns respect. Opportunities come not just to the talented, but to the trustworthy, and perseverance proves trustworthiness. If you can remain steady when others collapse, leaders, mentors, and partners will see you as someone who can be entrusted with more. Success is not only about ability, but about reliability. And perseverance is the proof of reliability. There will be moments when the weight feels unbearable, when giving up seems easier than continuing. But remember, the breaking point is often the birthing point. Just when it feels like nothing is happening, roots are growing, character is solidifying, and strength is being forged. If you stop too soon, you will never see the fruit of what your endurance has been building. But if you push through, you will find that the very season you once resented becomes the foundation of your testimony. Perseverance transforms success from something temporary into something sustainable. Anyone can taste success briefly, but only those who endure testing seasons can sustain it over a lifetime. Your perseverance is not wasted, it is producing depth, resilience, and wisdom. And when success finally arrives, it will not overwhelm you. It will feel natural because you have been prepared for it. So hold firm, stay steady, and keep moving forward even in the silence of waiting. The testing season is not the end of your story, it is the chapter that prepares you for the victory ahead. Success is drawn to those who do not quit, and your perseverance ensures that when it finds you, you will be ready to carry it with strength and grace. Success is not something that arrives by accident or through mere wishing. It is attracted through alignment, intention, and faithfulness. The law of attraction is not about chasing after outcomes, but about becoming the kind of person outcomes are drawn to. When your identity reflects the greatness you were created for, when your thoughts and words sow seeds of life. When gratitude and contentment fill your heart, when you practice excellence in even the smallest details, when your generosity and service flow outward, and when perseverance strengthens you in testing seasons, you create a life that magnetizes success. The truth is, success responds to who you are more than what you do. It recognizes integrity, it follows discipline, and it gravitates toward a spirit that is aligned with abundance and purpose. Your journey is not just about reaching goals, but about becoming a vessel capable of carrying them with grace and responsibility. Every season, whether full of opportunities or challenges, is shaping you, preparing you, and positioning you for what is ahead. So as you walk forward, remember this: success is not distant. It is already circling your life, waiting for the right moment and the right version of you to embrace it. Choose daily to live as though it is already on its way. Speak life, think abundance, give generously, persevere boldly, and remain excellent in all you do. When you embody these principles, you will no longer need to chase success. Success will recognize you, align with you, and follow you wherever you go.